So, Richard, you were asking me how my kids are doing, and everybody is good. Sally is 16, driving.
Oh
Walter,
my goodness.
I know, right?
She's so grown.
Walter's in seventh grade. He is all of a sudden like just growing like crazy. So, what about your girls? How old are they now?
That's wild. So my youngest Stuart, she's 7, and then Maddie's 10. Well, she'll be 10 in May.
May
So,
what?
I'm sorry?
Which day in May?
She's May 20th.
I'm the 21st.
Very close.
Oh,
Birthday, Maddie.
And Catherine Duncan Warfield, my sister, is the 22nd. So I love this.
That's a good
Wow.
little
We
big
made a birthday bridge.
I love it.
Really good. Yes. Well, good. Well, I love that. Well, please tell Sarah I said hello too.
I will. Tell Chip the same. Is he doing well?
He's doing great. Everybody's good. Everybody's really good. And we're just excited that we have you here virtually. A week from today, we will have you here IRL. I know what that means.
Not physically here, but in the county.
No, that's exactly right.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That's a new one for me.
I know. Yeah. So IRL. Yeah. Aren't you proud of me?
Good job.
I'm like, is that like MySpace? I'm like 20 years late. Okay. Well, and speaking of being 20 years late, I want you guys to know that our guest today, Richard Montana, is very special to me because Richard and I grew up together in Greensboro. So I know. So this is really fun. I love having Richard here. And you guys, what Richard has done is something really amazing. Along with, I know you, Richard. I know how humble you are. You're going to say, along with a huge group of dedicated volunteers, folks who've been by your side from the very beginning, which, what was that, 2009?
Yep, that's when it started.
So what
Wow.
is that? I'm not good at math.
14 years?
14
Yeah,
years?
so we're going in. This will be the 15th year.
Wow. So
Yeah.
the 15th Reelin for Research fishing tournament. One of the things I think is interesting is we live here in Carteret County, and this tournament takes place every year in our backyard. And I'm always surprised by how many folks don't know that it exists and that it's going on. And it does such an incredible amount of good. So, Richard, our goal is by having you here today to help turn that tide just a little bit so that folks who are Cartericans understand what's happening right here. So, Richard, tell us a little bit about Reelin for Research and kind of how it came to be.
Yeah, so this might take a little bit, but I appreciate y'all having me on. I want everybody in Carteret County to know about the tournament. We need the community involved, and who has been involved in Carteret County, they've been very good to us. So thank you for that. So Reelin for Research actually started with the passion. It started with the passion for going fishing. I grew up going down to the Moorhead area, and my uncle had a 23-foot Grady White at Radio Island Marina. And at 8 years old, I used to go fishing offshore with him and my dad and friends, and I loved it. And so did it all, growing up, and then through college, and then kind of towards the end of college, I wanted to have a fun tournament with friends, like high school friends, meet college friends, bring your college buddies, and we had this little tournament. We would charter 4 or 5 of the boats on the waterfront there, and whoever caught the biggest fish on the boat got a trophy. And that was it. I was bragging on this.
Yeah.
And so that went on for 2 years. And then I was like, we might have something here. But unfortunately, my good buddy's mom got diagnosed with cancer going into the 3rd year of the tournament. And I said, instead of us just doing this for fun, let's have a purpose behind it and give back and show our support for his mom and her fight against cancer. And so we went over to Relay for Life, told them what we wanted to do, and said we want to raise money for the American Cancer Society. And so we did that. We got a couple of sponsors, got a T-shirt together, and next thing you know, we raised like $5,000 for the American Cancer Society.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
So we were like, this is something that I really want to make bigger. Well, the good news is my buddy's mom beat cancer. She's still alive today, doing great.
Awesome.
The bad news is my dad got diagnosed that following year with cancer, and it was everywhere. And he basically decided not to take treatment. Said, "I lived a great life, accomplished a lot, and anybody that gets cancer is unfortunate, but the children are the ones that get cheated the most." He said, "I've lived an unbelievable life. These kids that get it hadn't even had an opportunity to really live yet." And so my friends came to me and said, "We know you wanted to make a big tournament out of this. We were here to help you. Let's do it." And I always get choked on this part, but they were like, we want to do it in memory of your dad. And I
Oh.
said, that's awesome. I said, there's only one place he would want it to go, and that's towards children. And so we went down to the UNC Children's Hospital, met with them. They were like, they didn't know anything about fishing. And so they were like, yeah, I don't know how much money they're going to raise, but sure, we'll take every dollar we get.
Yeah.
So the tournament was born, and we had it the first year. We had like 13, 14 boats, raised $25,000 to $28,000. Thought it was a huge success. And the next year, added boats, got more volunteers, more support, more sponsors, and had raised like 70 grand. And then it just has gone on and on and on to last year, we raised $800,000. Yeah, in 1 year.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, how crazy is that?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
And so, Richard, do you have a lifetime number for what the tournament has raised as it's just been on this huge trajectory of growth? I mean, what does that all add up to?
Yeah, so right now it's over $5.3 million.
Oh my goodness.
I just got
all
chills.
Same. All going back to
UNC Children's Hospital,
That's
right?
awesome.
Yeah.
Specifically earmarked for cancer research. Is that correct, Richard?
That's right.
Okay.
Wow. Wow.
Isn't that
I
crazy?
have goosebumps.
So this is something that happens right here. And the event, for as long as I can remember, it's been at, I guess it was across the street for a while, but it's been at Jack's. I mean, for a long time.
Yeah, when Chefs 105 was there 15 years ago, it was there for a couple of years. And then Jax has been our partner for probably 12 years. And so it's there. It's the first Saturday in May this year. So that's the 6th. There's folks there on Friday night and then Saturday. The funnest part, in my opinion, of the tournament is when all the boats come and weigh in.
Okay.
So
and that's Saturday afternoon. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay.
So we have an inshore weigh-in and an offshore weigh-in.
Cool.
Okay.
And it's great to bring kids down there, families, or whoever that wants to come down there and see the fish come in. The waterfront will be alive. It's electric. It's really cool. And so that's my favorite part. Other folks' favorite part are the parties. So Saturday night, it's a great band at Jack's. You can buy a wristband for $50 and get in, and there's food and drinks. So
And all of that, that's a donation, right?
It is
the nonprofit. Yeah.
That's right. So,
And of course, I feel certain. So at this point, so I think what I want people to hear is that this is happening right here in our backyard. And so to go out and support Richard and all these guys who have made this incredible,
Such a cool story.
I mean, wow. Think about the impact that you've had on the families of these children and I don't know, on UNC Hospital. It's unbelievable. And I know Dr. Gold will be there, right? And he will speak on Saturday. Is that right?
Yes.
Share a little bit about what's actually happening and the true impact of the dollars that are raised.
Oh, wow.
that's right. So Dr. Gold is the head of the pediatric oncology department at UNC Chapel Hill. And he's been basically our advisor for where the funds go, that $5.3 million. And so he's there and he's on the front lines, and we trust the dollars to him. And so he'll speak and tell you a little bit about where the money's going, why it's going to certain places. There'll be some children there that have been treated and are in remission, and you'll get to hear their stories as well. So yeah, it's really cool.
It's
Wow.
powerful. I mean, that's really powerful.
Now, if someone wants to participate this year, I know it's full. You're always booked for this tournament. Is that right?
Well, I mean, anybody can fish.
Okay.
If you have your own boat, you can enter it in the inshore category.
Okay.
Or if you like to offshore fish, you have your own boat, you can enter in that. It's $1,000 for a team to fish.
Okay. Okay.
And that goes directly to the cause.
Cool.
And then your wristbands are included in that for your anglers. So
Okay.
You can participate that way. You can come down and just check it out, learn about the organization, donate online. We do have a silent auction that's going on with unbelievable opportunities that really you can't put together. Money can't really buy them. We've asked for favors and put these packages together so you can go online. You don't have to be at the tournament to do that either.
Okay. That's good to know.
Yeah.
So we'll share those links
Yeah.
here. Yeah. So people
Yeah.
can participate.
I will
So
tell you, one of the proudest things about Reelin Research is we started an endowment when this thing started.
Nice.
And yeah, so we wanted to, one of our goals was to fund cancer research into perpetuity. And so we have an endowment now that's over $2 million. So if something were to ever happen to the tournament, that the research will always be funded.
wow,
Yeah. That's something
man.
we're very, very proud of.
It's really awesome.
Richard, that's a lot to be proud of, and a lot of ways that people around here can get involved and can support the tournament. So thank you so much for being here and for sharing this with us today. Do you have any
Yeah,
other questions
definitely.
about the?
I don't. I love to hear that backstory, how small it started and then how big it grew into. And I love how things kind of, as they grow, with your buddy's mom getting diagnosed and with your dad, I just think that adds so much specialness to something you already love to do. So that was
Yeah.
really cool to hear.
I will say this too, has been very cool is so it's $1,000 to enter the tournament, but then teams raise more money, like raise money on top of that. So you know how
Ooh.
folks run a marathon or what have you, you sponsor them and you contribute dollars. Well, you sponsor folks to go fishing. And so
That's so cool.
teams will raise $3,000, $5,000. We've had teams raise $50,000. We have one team that raises over $100,000. So going back to what can you do, we have folks that put on an event in Greensboro and did an oyster roast last weekend, and they raised over $50,000.
Wow.
So you can have your own event. You know, we have kids doing lemonade stands, selling bracelets. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. There's a bunch of high schools that are involved now throughout North Carolina that their teams have raised 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, but every little bit adds up to the total. So it goes
That's
along.
really cool.
I love that.
Yeah.
Richard, thank you. We have a final question for you. Again, we know you're busy. Almost 1 week to the big day. Do you want to ask Richard our final question?
Yes, Richard, we would like to know what is saving your life right now.
Whew, a lot of things. I would say right now in the season of Reelin Research, like the thick of it during the tournament, is one slogan that I learned along the way. I can't remember exactly who told me, but many hands make light work, right? So with Reelin Research, we have a lot of volunteers, a lot of people that contribute monetarily through time or whatever. And that's saving my life because it makes it easy. I mean, this is a volunteer position for me and for all of us. So we do have full-time jobs, and they're saving my life and making it easy because they do what they say they're going to do and they work hard at it. And then all the teams are out there trying to raise a bunch of money. So I'd say that's what's saving my life. And I'm just thankful for my health and my family's health. So
Absolutely.
That's a really good one.
It is.
That's a good one. Thank you, Richard. Thank you. Thank you. We will see you on the waterfront next weekend.
yeah, looking forward to it. Y'all, thanks for having me.
Oh my gosh.
Thank
we
you
loved
for
it.
all you
This was
do.
a delight. Have a great Friday and a great weekend ahead.
You too.
Bye.
Thanks.
Richard.
See y'all.
Bye.
So Chip
Man.
was telling me before this that you would, like you were on the school bus together with Richard.
Oh yeah.
That's
yeah.
so
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
What a small world.
I know.
Also, I'm embarrassed to say I did not know how big that tournament is.
I thought, yes, I know. That's what I'm saying.
That's insane.
When you talk about it, people are really surprised to learn about
Yeah.
it. And it's really, it's pretty amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what's saving your life?
Well, I'm gonna go super light on this week's What's Saving My Life. And I'm gonna say, I don't know if you guys like almond milk.
You really went light.
I know I'm going really light because I just feel like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like Richard, that was just so amazing.
I'm tickled.
So I'm going really light with What's Saving My Life this week. And I'm going to say that, if you like almond milk, there is this almond milk now that's called Malk. Oh my God. It's MALK. I don't know how to say it, you guys, but all it is it's almonds, water, and some sea salt.
Yeah.
I think it's so good. So if you like to make almond milk lattes, if you like to make anything like that at home, I know we're having a matcha latte right now, but
yes.
I just really like it. I think the salt adds a little bit of something to it, and it doesn't have like that gum stuff or a bunch of added stuff to it. I don't know. It's just a little hack. If you don't want to read the labels, just get the one that's MALK. And they do make a vanilla flavor that I like.
Ooh.
Yes. So that's my little, I don't know. There's something about, I love a good cup of coffee. I love a good glass of red wine. Something about those things.
And you love milk.
And I do. So if there's something that elevates that experience, I'm excited about it.
That's such a good one.
Yeah. Everyday life hack.
Good.
How about you? What's saving your life?
Well, I have two.
Great.
I'll keep them quick. The first one is today is Arbor Day in Beaufort, which I need to do my research on the exact meaning, but essentially it's a day that Beaufort plants a lot of trees, good for the environment, great, aesthetically beautiful.
Sure.
We planted a tree last year.
Yes.
It's right in front of Marmalade, and we named it Archie,
Yes.
which is coincidentally now Andy's son's name, Archie. But we yesterday went around and passed out just little succulents to some local businesses in Beaufort, just celebrating
Arbor Day.
Arbor Day, and just sharing our appreciation for them being a small business in one of our favorite towns.
Yes.
And then my other thing that's saving my life, it's more of what I'm looking forward to, but a handful of our team members get to go check out the new Tower 7, which is in the Old Ruddy Duck. It's opening next week, right?
Yes.
Full time. But it's like a Baja Mexican.
So good.
I'm so excited.
Yes.
We get to go kind of check it out and walk through. We're really excited for that. So we'll be sure and take pictures and share it with you.
Yeah, that's good. I love you. It's very small. Yours is very small business focused, which
It
I
was.
love. Yeah. Arbor Day celebration. We're welcoming a new small business owner and new small business folks with Tower
Yes.
7. And then if you guys have not checked it out, we are releasing the results of the People's Choice Awards, which is so fun. We have the coolest list of all the local small businesses that you guys love. And then, of course, the folks who got the most votes, the top 3 businesses that got the most votes in each category, we're giving them a special little shout out. So there will be a full guide, and we're excited to share that with y'all. So you can kind of have everything in your mind categorized on, where you want to get takeout, where you want to go for coffee, all that kind of thing. So we're excited about it.
Yes. And if you want to go see those for yourself, you can go over to @carteret.curated to scroll through the folks who were voted favorites for this year. There's some new ones. There are some people who have gotten the most votes in the past as well. It's just so cool to see the reactions of these small business owners when they find out. And also this whole list
It's great.
that's going to be in the guide. It's baller. It's so
amazing.
good. We're
Yeah.
really excited. So go check it out.
Thanks, everybody. Happy weekend.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.